Hi, my name is Teresa, and you stopped by Timeless Women. Why is this channel called Timeless Women? It's because we are timeless. We have no expiration date, and we are not invisible. We are just starting to live our lives to the fullest at midlife and beyond. So I do this video today because I'm on TikTok, and I'm trying not to be on it too much, but I guess my algorithm does things like this.
So tired of being in pain. Like, you just gotta push through.
So I guess her husband left her for someone who was 20, half her age, and seems to be the thing nowadays, right? And, you know, I see it constantly on my algorithm. And I guess, you know, if you stay for more than about 10 seconds, they will start to show you that, thinking that that's what you're interested in, that you too are going through what she's going through. Pain, divorce, breakup, betrayal, and things like that. But I gotta say this, is that I wish I could reach him, and I wish I could talk to this girl and tell her to give time, because that's what it takes. Betrayal is just something that, you know, not happens. It doesn't happen. It shouldn't happen. But betrayal is something that probably happens to a lot of us. Mm-hmm. And I know for me, and the thing is you have to give time. It could take 6 months, take 1 year, take 5 years. But it doesn't mean you don't live in between. And the thing is you got to get up and you got to live. And I think we're going into an era of the world, life, whatever, maybe it's our age, that, you know what, I saw a video, okay, anyways, I digress. We're going into an era that maybe, possibly, it's not just an algorithm thing. It's true that many men of a certain age are leaving their spouses for women half their age. I was watching another video of a doctor, a psychiatrist or a psychologist, saying it's a very common thing now. I don't say this to trigger you, but really it's a common thing. I don't understand what a 20-year-old would want to in a 60-year-old, except for money. But we all know what they want, right? Sorry, 20-year-olds. I mean, if I was 20, I still probably wouldn't want a 60-year-old for money. You know, you gotta, I mean, if you're gonna get in bed with them, it's gotta be for some love or something. You know, you gotta feel something. You can't give, okay, here I go again. My point is that even if we are going into that era, it's okay. We have experience, we've lived our life. If we're lucky, we loved, and it's okay to be alone. We need to put ourselves first. We need to understand that maybe life isn't always about having someone next to us. And then I don't know about you, but I've been in relationships where, damn it, I really didn't really want to have someone next to me all the time. You know, it's like irritating after a while. You know, maybe they talk too much, or maybe they just say they do stupid things, or whatever. And maybe I do too, you know. Maybe we all do, and maybe we weren't supposed to be together. I don't know. But, and if you're married, and that's good. And chances are, yeah, have a good spouse, partner, whatever. But when I see all these people so very sad, I just want to jump in there and say, look, let's heal the wounded part of you by giving it time. And so if you are going to be alone, it's okay. The key to being alone, the key to growing older and being alone is, one thing is that shift in mindset. We have to realize that maybe the world has changed, and we're not going to be like our mothers and grandmothers and be together for the rest of our life, because in the end we always end up alone anyways. Either they die or we die, or it's not like you're like together at every second, and nor do you want to be. So it's okay to be alone. It really is. And put yourself first. Take yourself on trips. Get yourself massages. Do whatever you can financially. And if you can't financially do anything, I put together this because I create side hustles. I have a skincare business, a restorative nail company. I write books on Amazon, and I help people create businesses. I'm not here. I'm not selling anything. I just want to show you because of my other channel, I help women at midlife make money, because I say that your spouse or Social Security, or if you have a trust fund, you don't never know when any of those are going to run out on you. So why not have an ace in the hole? I always tell my kids, have an ace in the hole. You know why? Because you just don't know when you're going to need something to fall back on. And they say don't fall back on something because you will fall back. Hell yeah. You need to have money to fall back on. It will not solve your problems, but you sure will arrive to your problems with options. It's when you don't have options, things that are hurtful will be harder. They will be so much harder than, hey, I got money in the bank, I'll get over this a little bit faster. But when I'm broke, which I've been, it's a lot harder because now I have no options. Now I got to take this idiot back because I have to depend on him. Let him go back and forth between me and what her. I'm just saying. I'm saying that's the thing. When you have money, it will help you give options. So, anyways, my point here is that I think that things are changing, and it's not absolutely normal that older men are leaving for younger women, but I think that older men that don't have money are following younger women, a lot of them. And with social media like Instagram and TikTok and YouTube and all that, we probably have a little epidemic that, on their phones, they're probably, and whatever. The point is that you never want to put yourself in a position to have to depend on anyone, both spiritually, emotionally, or financially. It's good to be able to do that. That is your option, and it's not superficial. But remember, a lot of that stuff will come to an end, and you have to be able to support yourself, take care of yourself emotionally and everything, financially and everything. So I hope to have this up here. That way you can click down and download it. And yeah, let me know if there's any topics you want to talk about, because I'm all about it. I am all about topics that bring to women like middle age that help us move on. Move on. We are not invisible. We don't care. We're at an age where we don't care. It was just like, I'm going to be 60 in January. It was just maybe 6 months ago. I used to look at my hands and go, damn. And I had crepey skin and all that, and I still do. It's getting worse as the decades go by. And I wouldn't get out of the car and go in the post office without makeup on. Now I'm like, who cares? Who really cares? Why stop living? It's now time to start living, because we used to care about how people would look and perceive us and all that, but it was just us. And I'm not saying get up and roll out of bed and go out and looking like hell, but what if we're not perfect? Perfect. So what if we have saggy boobs? I got 2 bras on right now. I want to get a boob lift, but I'm like, really? Do I really want a boob lift? I mean, who cares, right? So the point is that get out there, live your life, travel, sit at the bar, have a nice cold glass of Chardonnay, eat some food at the bar, travel, again, go do everything you should be doing. And it's fun. It's fun. It's not being alone. You can do so much. I travel alone all the time. I absolutely love it. As a matter of fact, I hate it when I travel with other people because it just bogs me down. Anyways, I digress. I won't make this video go on much longer, but again, I'll probably try to have this here. And the key is that give time when you're trying to heal. Know that you are enough, and know that do your shadow work. If you're trying to heal, means the things that you don't want people to see about you or you've held in, put it right here in the mirror. Once you can heal that, which is every day, take a step to do, then you'll start feeling wonderful and beautiful and healed and fantastic and free. And that little girl, that little child in you will be so much happier. And then you will bring in love and light and beautiful people that are there for you. And unfortunately, that person that might have betrayed you will try and come back, because they always feel it. They always know when you've healed. But let them go and take care of yourself. So I'll talk to you next time.